Brady Ministries International is a nonprofit 501c3 organization. Your tax-deductible donations may be sent to the address on our website, edbradyradio.com, edbradyradio.com. Thanks, and may God bless you for your support and for your prayers.
Dad had that phrase and it say, if you don't, and I do believe that, and he and I have an agreement, if you don't teach your children to love God, the enemy will teach them how not to. The world will teach them not to. So I was talking to a lady last week, in fact, I think it was you, and we were talking, I thought that was so profound, the Lord was telling me that, because one thing we were asking about, how are you going to teach your children that are, you'll hear this people say, I don't want to tell my kids how to be, whether to be religious or to be godly or to like the Lord or not. I want them to grow up and they can decide. And what God gave me a huge, and I've known that, but I've even spoken it out, and I've known it even more since I've said it, is that if you don't teach them, you already have given them over to the world, because the world will take them. So if you don't, you don't wait until they get up and decide, because they've already decided. You allowed them to decide from the very beginning. If you do not teach them about God, you've allowed them to live the world's way and not agree with God. Does that make sense? That's such a huge thing, and people don't realize it's the act of not acting. It's the default of not doing. It's an act of omission. In other words, you go, I want them to grow up to be whatever they want. No, you haven't. You've already decided. If you do not, do you see what is so profound? Is to realize by not doing this right now, but on the other hand, if you teach them about the Lord and then they decide to change, then they have decided on their own that way. Do you see what? Then they have made their decision. If that's what you're wanting them to do, then you've got to teach them the other side, of which they're not going to get anywhere else but where you are. Does that make sense? And I think that's so important.
Brady Ministries International is a nonprofit 501c3 organization. Your tax-deductible donations may be sent to the address on our website, edbradyradio.com, edbradyradio.com. Thanks, and may God bless you for your support and for your prayers.